One thing I love so much about this hobby is that it kind of coincides with home decor. And one of my favorite pastimes is decorating a house and crafting home decor and all of the things that have to do with making a house a home. So in this video, I want to show you guys how to style some plants, or how I style some of my plants, and my favorite pots in my collection, because one of my favorite things is not only finding the perfect plant, but finding the perfect pot that I think goes with that plant. So without further ado, before we get into it, my name is Shannon. This is Planted 386. If this is your first time here, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking. I hope you will stick around. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here. I love this little community and I have been thoroughly enjoying chatting with you all in the comments below. So at the end of the video, tell me what your favorite method of potting plants is. Do you prefer soil? Do you prefer pon? Do you prefer leca? And what's your favorite style of pot? Do you prefer hanging planters? Do you prefer terracotta? Would love to know down below. Let's get into it. If you're new here and you hear sounds, we have two puppies. I think one is gonna come say hi to me right now. Come here, Sam, you wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? This is our boxer, Samson. And he's a drooly mess, and he's probably going to be walking all around the house, right? You're gonna make a lot of sound because that's what you do. Look at all the slobber. Would you just get a drink? Anyways, it is him, it is our other dog, and they are just living. So what can you do? So the first one I want to show you guys is this one. So these pots I find a lot at Big Lots. There's a store here locally to us called Big Lots. I don't know how far Big Lots goes in terms of like the United States, if it's just like a Florida thing. I have no idea, but I do know they have a website. I do know you can find their pots online. And so this is just my Clarinervium, and I have recently just picked him up, and I thought he would be so cute in this pot because honestly, I do have another Clarinervium hybrid, and I kind of struggle with her a little bit. So when I got the original Clarinervium, despite what everyone said, oh, it's gonna be so easy, I kind of felt like this Pray For Me pot would be appropriate just based off of my luck with the other one. That being said, so far so good. Any plant that I have questions about and I put it in this pot seems to do well. So maybe it's a lucky pot after all. She's so cute though. Another example of one of those pots, this one just says talk dirt to me. They do have a little reservoir at the bottom too, which I do appreciate. This is just Anthurium forgetii. I got him maybe, let's see, 3/28/24, and this was in one of my videos, my Green Escape unboxing. It's kind of crazy to see the size up in just a couple months, but anyway, I put him in this pot after I potted him into his big boy pot, and I just think these two look so cute together. So far so good. He's doing really well. New leaf. This isn't supposed to be a show and tell on the plants, but they're kind of part of it. And that kind of just goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Another one here is one that we picked up from the thrift store. Another great way to find pots, unique pottery, is thrifting it. So we happen to clean a thrift store every Thursday here locally to us, and they always get amazing pieces in. I'll show you a few coming up. I'll let you know if it's a thrifted piece or not. This is definitely a thrifted piece. I think this is meant to be probably like a picture, and I just thought it was so charming as a little planter. I think this is Magnolia. Yeah, Hearth and Home from Magnolia, which I believe is a Target thing. And yeah, I just have a little Anthurium who is on the mend, and so far so good. I'm imagining when this Anthurium gets a little larger, him kind of filling this pot out and it looking really, really cute. This one is one that I believe I picked up from, I think this is just a, I think this is like a Dollar General find, honestly. I don't typically find myself spending a ton of money on pots. I try to be a little more on the frugal side with that, just because I know there's so many options out there, like affordable options. You do not have to spend a ton of money on pots. But anyways, this is just a little rehabbing Anthurium silver blush crossed with Forgetti Eye white stripes. It's taken me about a year to get her here. But here we are nonetheless, and I just love this sort of bright green kind of paired against this peachy coral pot. And I also love the pops of white. I love the texture. I love the little feet. For me, oftentimes it's in the details. So that's just a cute little fun one. This next one is one that I actually thrifted last week from the thrift store. I have no idea where this came from. It kind of looks like a summer decor piece from somewhere. Can you guys see that? I paid $2.50. I know the sticker says $5, but we always get half off because we clean there. So I paid $2.50 for this guy. No drainage, which is fine for me. It actually has like utensils. So I don't know if this is like meant to be a utensil holder. I have no idea. I plan on using it as a pot. And I just haven't found the perfect thing to put in it yet. But anyway, that's him nonetheless. Utensil holders are amazing, like, pots. Okay, this is a favorite. This is another one that I believe I thrifted. I probably should have wiped these down a little bit before the video, but I didn't. So my bad, guys. Anyways, it just says make a wish. I actually really love dandelions. This whole like pattern here or print. I just think that is so cute. This is another Anthurium from the Green Escape, the Villanorum, and that is her new leaf right there. It's amazing how these plants have sized up. But anyway, I just have a clear pot kind of put in there, and I'm hoping that because this Anthurium, from what I know, is more terrestrial, meaning it likes to kind of crawl on the ground, I'm kind of hoping that these leaves will stay just above the pot line and it will eventually just sort of fill out the planter. That's kind of my hope. I don't plan on having to repot this Anthurium anytime soon. I'm kind of hoping that this pot situation will just be good enough for a while. And if that time comes that I do need to repot her, I have plenty of space inside this pot. So what I would probably do is just take it out of this and put it in the cover pot with no nursery pot, which can be a little scary. But I find that Anthuriums, they like their soil to be moist. So having a Anthurium and no drainage isn't as scary as some other genus, if that makes sense, if I'm making any sense. But I typically keep my Anthuriums in some kind of water reservoir of some sort, so to have it in no drainage really wouldn't be an issue for me and my watering habits, if I'm making sense. You guys may find a theme here. I tend to gravitate towards a lot of neutrals, earth tones. I do like texture in my pottery, and overall in general, I love pottery. I grew up with my mother collecting pottery, and she always kind of had an affinity to it, and I don't know if it just reminds me of her, but I think you'll kind of see in the pieces that I love the most, sort of a trend. Anyway, this is one that I made. So this is just my little swing pot. She actually has like a little swing that she sits on. But where I have her currently in my Millsbow Tall, there's just really no space for her to swing and no way for me to really hang her. So I kind of just have her sitting on the shelf. But anyways, this is inspiration taken from Modern Aqua. They have an Instagram and a business, but they make a lot of the like acrylic fixtures and shelving for the IKEA Millsbow cabinets, or IKEA cabinets, I should say. And they came out with a little pot. It was like the sweetest little pot, and it's on a swing. And They weren't selling it at the time. When I first saw it, they were just doing a giveaway. And I knew for sure, like, am I really gonna win the giveaway? But I really loved the pot, and I ended up just kind of trying to make a recreation myself. Anyways, long story to say that this is my version of the swing pot on Modern Aqua. I don't know if they call it the swing pot. It's just kind of like what I call her. Basically, I just took a white IKEA pot and I just sort of covered it in air dry clay, and then I just made her little feet, hands, painted her face, and inside I have my watermelon peperonia, my variegated watermelon peperonia. And I think the pairing of these two together is just so precious. I find myself looking at this quite often in the cabinet, and so yeah, it was super easy to do. This is another one of those Big Lots pots. This one says, I wet my plants. And I love a good pun, or joke. So yeah, I love these little pots. This is just Anthurium luxurians. I just recently picked this up, and I do believe I have already shown this in a video. But yeah, I just think she looks so cute. I love the silver of the leaf paired with the black. And I know these are like such small details, but this is, I guess I'm just trying to walk you through my mindset as I am pairing plants with pots. Next is a new acquisition. I don't think I've shown you guys this yet, but I recently picked this up at the Plant Swap. What day? I think it was the 7th of the month or something like that. But this is Monstera Burl Marks Flame. And I don't really know what else to say about it other than she's just so cute. And I have her in this sort of ceramic planter. I really, really love this planter. I have thought numerous times to paint it, to put something on it. But for me, there's just something about this sort of really simplistic visual feeling I get when I look at this, and I really feel like it just sort of showcases the plant. It doesn't take anything away from the plant, and yeah, I think these two look really nice together, so I'm just excited to see kind of where this goes for me. I'm hoping that she does all right. So far so good. I've had her probably 2 weeks. This is going on 2 weeks now. The only negative about this pot is it does get like residue all over you. So I will have like white chalk all over. But anyway, yeah, I just think, there's not much to say about it. It's kind of boring, but there's something nice about that too. And then this is another example of just like sort of whimsical stuff that I like to kind of add into my plant collection here and there, just to kind of add some visual interest and charm. So this is just like, I don't know, I guess it's meant to be like a little glass greenhouse. I think I found this at Marshall's, if I'm being honest, or Michael's. But I just have some Hoya cuttings in here and some moss, and it just pretty much stays in my Millsbo tall. However, I could hang it in one of my windows, and I've thought to do that. But yeah, I just like how charming this looks sort of in with all the other greenery. So pieces like that are fun, in my opinion, to add. And then this one here is very special for sentimental reasons. So my niece painted me this little pot. She recently came back in April with her mom, and I had a few terracotta pots lying around, and I asked her to paint a couple of them for me. So this is one of the two. The other one I'm not going to show today just because of the setup. The plant that I have in it, it's in humidity, Anyways, but this is one of her little pots, and I just love it. I think it's so darling. I have a Rhipsalis cutting in here, and yeah, she's special. It's just another fun thing, though, that you could do with your children, or if you have nieces and nephews, or even hosting like a paint what are we calling it? A paint pot party. So where you bring your own pot and you paint it amongst friends, or it's something that we kind of want to do in our plant group. So that's just another fun idea to get cheap pots that look fun, that don't cost a lot, and mean something to you. Here are a couple more of those little pots from Big Lots that I love. And I thought even more exciting, I could show you the cactus that I just showed in my cactus video, her bloom. She's so cute. She's so proud. Oh my God. Seriously, so cute. So those are like, I don't know, anywhere from $5 to $7, but they always run sales. So probably paid like $3 a piece for those. And then into some glassware because I also like to collect glass. This is one I think I found at Target Dollar Spot. But it's just supposed to be like a little gumball machine. It had like a little lid to it. It was a sad little pothos cutting, or actually no, this is a little philodendron silver stripe cutting, and I just have like some semi-hydro in it. But I thought it was cute nonetheless. I do like pops of pink I find throughout my like little stash. This is just a jar. I guess it was like some dark chocolate peanuts, and I thought that the jar was nice. I like this little gold stamp, and I just put this Hoya cutting in here. But I think it's time for a repot. She's definitely outgrown this. But just little things like this that you may find around the house, or maybe you get gifted something like that for Christmas, like fancy nuts and things like that. You can always repurpose those containers. And then this is an interesting piece we found at the thrift store that we clean. I would preferably like this clear pot to be in like a cover pot in here, just so, you know, you don't see like the stickers and stuff, but this is a great way to capture humidity. If ever you see these like apothecary jars, we were holding fruit in here for a while, but John had a hard time like getting the fruit out. So I said, well, I think it'll be a great little cloche, basically. And I just have another little new edition. This is Anthurium vitarifolium, the variegated edition. And yeah, just a little clear pot, and he just kind of sits in here. I thought he needed a little bit of love just because he is a recent acquisition, and I figured a little extra humidity, you know, couldn't hurt. So having him in here, you can see, you know, the moisture on the jar. And so far it's been working because he has a new leaf on the way. This is a little cloche. These are all just like favorites that I'm showing you that John got me from Michael's, I believe. I think when they were doing their like pot sale, and he picked me up this little cloche, which again, I love anything like this to kind of capture humidity, which you can see it works wonders. I keep this in the Millsbow Tall. This is the Zara crossed with Self, and I've kind of struggled with her a little bit, so keeping her again just in this cloche hopefully will help with humidity. And then this is another one John picked me up off of Temu, and I have to say there is something about these vessels, because anytime I try to propagate something in here, it's like fail proof. It always works. I don't know if it's just like the proportion of the glass or what, but it just works. So these I know are pretty affordable off of Temu, and I have propped so many things using these little vessels. I think he picked me up 2, and I can't even tell you the amount of plants that I've been able to prop. Also, they have these little like washers on the ends so that the glass doesn't slip off. This one did break on me, however, that actually came in that way, unfortunately. But I wouldn't say that's the norm with Temu, because we've ordered a lot off of that website and we've had pretty good luck. So I don't want that to deter anyone. But this has just been like a really handy little piece. And then I think the last glass piece I'm going to show you, as of now anyway, is just this pitcher. Again, another little thrift find, and I just have like this marble pothos coming out of it, and I feel like aesthetically this is just fun to look at. It kind of looks like, you know, you're pouring the pothos out of the pitcher. And I just have this set on top of the Millsbow Tall, and I just think it looks really pretty. The plant seems to like it. Roots are looking great in there. It's just some leca and pon. So a great way to kind of house your semi-hydroponic plants. And then the last one in this clip is, this is a crock. So this is another example of pottery. I don't think this is anything like old or anything like that, but I really loved this crock. It was probably it's very heavy, so I'm assuming it was probably for utensils or maybe like a canister. Somebody definitely like added their own spin because they put this like vinyl star on the back. So I prefer it this way anyways. I have my black pagoda lipstick plant in here. I think she looks beautiful sort of just draping over it. And yeah, this is an example of pottery that, you know, I'm really into, that I really like. There is a stamp underneath, but I can't seem to read it. So anyway, I don't think it's anything fancy. It's just something I found at the thrift and thought it would make a great pot. So another fun way to repurpose jars is to use Mod Podge and kind of Mod Podge stickers or whatever. These are dried flowers that I just kind of placed inside. I just kind of laid a layer of Mod Podge, stuck my flowers where I wanted them, and then topped it again with another layer. The leaves used to actually be green, but over time they seem to have just faded to brown. But I think this is such a charming way to repurpose, you know, what could be just like a basic jar. I think this actually had olives in it, if I remember right. It's got a very sad little Hoya polyneura. If you have any tips on how to make her happier, let me know down below, because I really struggle with that plant. This one is, I think, something that I got from like Lowe's or Home Depot, probably had a plant in it, but I love this little pot. I think it's so stinking cute. Just the little handles on the side, and I have styled it with this, what is she? Peperomia Pink Lady. Such a sweet little plant. I love this little pop of pink. I actually will probably put this into a pink planter at some point. I just haven't decided which pink planter, but I really feel like a little pink planter will help pull out the pink in this plant. And the last one I have to show you of the Big Lots pots is this one. And this might be my most favorite of all of them, to be honest. I just have like a sentimental tie to the movie Dirty Dancing, and when I saw this pot, I like literally, it's probably the one that started the whole thing, in terms of like me getting them. Anyways, I have a little anthurium in here. I love that there is a water reservoir in here. That's also super helpful. This is one I picked up recently at Walmart, and as I said, I like a pop of pink here and there, and I don't know, I just thought this pot was super charming. This is a recent acquisition from the plant swap someone gifted me. It's just a little syngonium. I'm not sure what kind though. So if you know down below, I would love to know. And yeah, I just thought she looked really cute in this little pot. Walmart had a lot of their pots on sale recently, so I think I ended up getting this for just a few dollars, but it's Better Homes and Gardens. But yeah, maybe look into that if you are in the need of some pots. Next is one John picked up for me. I have no idea where he got it, but again, kind of going with that little dandelion theme. It does have cute little feet as well. I love this pot. It is definitely one of my tops. And in it, I have this Anthurium marmoratum. She has taken a while to kind of acclimate. She has not given me any leaves yet. It does appear that she has one on the way, but there has been some browning in her transition. I'm kind of hoping that that's over with and we're on the up and up from here on out. But anyways, super cute pot. Love it. This is, and I feel like everyone should have, the disco planter. I wanted one of these for such a long time, and then we ended up, I went all over the internet trying to find like the best price on a disco planter, and it turns out Michael's was the place that had the best deal. So I ended up picking up two. One's bigger than this one. This is the smaller one. And I love these in the afternoon light. They are just so much fun, even on camera. I think I paid $8 for the small one and 10 for the big one. I know they were on sale and I know they definitely carry them. So if you are in the need of a disco ball planter, I would say Michael's is definitely better than Amazon or any of the other options because I definitely did my research. This little girl is so sweet. I have no idea what to put in her because she's kind of oddly shaped. So you can't put just like a regular round pot in there. But anyways, another pop of pink. I eventually will find the right plant, and I know that this is gonna look so cute when I do, but for now, I just have her on the shelf. And then I only have 3 left to show you guys. I did just do my cactus video though, and turns out as I was kind of preparing to do this video, I realized that I have a lot of my cacti and a lot of my favorite pots. So if you want more, I would say go check out the cactus video that I just uploaded because it seems that I like to put my cacti in good pots. This one is another thrift acquisition. I have a Hoya in it. This is my Hoya macrophylla variegata. And this is someone's project. I think it says S. Roth on the bottom. And so I'm assuming that this is probably somebody's like pottery project and they just decided to donate it. I'm not sure, but anyway, I really like it and my Hoya here seems to really like it. I did add this heart trellis recently. She does need a little bit of a dusting, but overall I find her to be a slow grower for me, but I don't know. I really appreciate just looking at her as is, and I love when she puts out new leaves. They're kind of like that creamy yellow before they go white. Super pretty. This is another Walmart find. This is the mushroom pot. And I think this is like $5 at Walmart. I don't know. They have a bee, a mushroom. I still need to get the bee. I had the bee, but I broke the bee. And then I think they have a butterfly. But I like the mushrooms. I just have a little anthurium in here. She's so cute. They're all kind of, some have polka dots, some don't. I don't know. It's just super cute. And the last one I have for you guys today, I did show this pot already on the channel, but it's so unique and different, I figure I'll show you again. So again, this is someone's like clay or pottery project. I have the philodendron silver stripe in it. I think these two pair so nicely together, but if I take it out, you can kind of see what they were doing here a little bit better. And so, yeah, I saw this. I remember seeing this on the shelf at the thrift store and I was like, wow, that is really unique. And like, I kind of toyed with, do I love it or do I hate it? And I am so glad that I bought it because in the end, I think it looks so cute with this little plant in it. It is a little noisy, so you gotta watch the beads, but I think it's just a fun piece. It's like one that you would talk about, you know, it's like, it's different. It's definitely not something you're gonna find anywhere else. So I mean, that's part of it for me, is adding pots that have their own story or character. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and we'll see you in the next one. I think we'll have a plant tour coming next. So stick around. Bye.